Hello everyone, welcome back to a fresh episode of OnePlus Talks. Today we are talking about the all-new OnePlus 13 series, and to dive deeper into the all-new OnePlus 13 series, we have with us some old friends. We have Joey Sun, the product manager of OnePlus 11 and now the OnePlus 13 series. And then we also have with us Arthur, who's the product director of Oxygen OS. Arthur, I hope you are more comfortable than you were last time.
Well, it's a proper seating, there's no rain, and it's a lot more dry, so thank you for having me again.
And much more leg room.
Yeah, I mean, this is like more comfortable than a Mini Cooper.
Of course. And we have with us Ken, the owner of the Mini Cooper.
Okay, let's get started. And Joey, thank you for being on OnePlus Talk. OnePlus 13 series camera module getting a lot of attention. Can you give a closer look at the camera module setup and how we improving the photography experience for the users?
So of course, you can easily tell that the OnePlus 13's camera model is getting more thinner and compact. So it's easy to make phone thicker, but it's hard to make it thin. On OnePlus 13, we are not compromising the camera performance. We still provide like the triple Hasselblad camera models, with all of them are 50 megapixel. You can tell almost all the sensors are getting upgrades. For example, the ultra-wide lens is getting more dynamic range, and the telephoto lens, we have upgraded multiple fold periscope telephoto lens on the OnePlus 13. Our goal is to make our camera have a better performance than before. I think on OnePlus 13 it's easier for all the users to get a better performance on camera.
I completely agree, because as someone who has tried to lose weight before, I know it's much more difficult to lose than to gain. Speaking about losing weight, Arthur, I hear that Oxygen OS 15 on the OnePlus 13 series also have lost some weight. Do you mind sharing more about the weight that they've lost?
Yeah, in terms of weight lossing, let me talk about the very beginning of the development of Oxygen OS 15 internally. We know that we need to bring back some of the core DNA of OnePlus, and one of the core DNA of OnePlus is fast and smooth, right? So in terms of fast and smooth, we spent a lot of efforts on making a system lighter weight and faster. So in terms of faster, we have developed what we call parallel processing. So this is basically allowing you to process your system animations, closing and switching apps with really smooth transitions. So no matter you're multitasking or you are in a hurry, opening and closing multiple apps, and you always feel a sense of control to it, right? Of course, we also have done a lot of things to reduce our system redundancy and system footprint, and that's the things that we have done quite a bit.
I know that we have put a lot of efforts into reducing the system footprint, but how much do you think this actually matters to the user?
Well, I think it matters a lot. I mean, so for example, when you turn on the OnePlus 13 or 13R for the first time, you will notice there is a significant ROM size reductions. So we want to bring back some of these kind of precious real estate to you. So in terms of the benefits, and of course, like by decluttering the systems, and you have a lot more space for you to use. At the same time, we can also introduce a lot more exciting features like AI features, and also like improving game performance and so on, right? So those are the benefits we hope to bring back to our users.
So we've made room for things that matter more
Exactly.
to the user then.
Exactly.
Cool.
Losing is good and gaining is even better. Let's talk about the new features coming into the OnePlus 13 series, Joey. We have the snapshot, we have the portrait mode. Can you tell us how they benefit the user photography experience in their daily life?
Yes, this generation product, we mainly focus on daily uses and some basic experiences. So this comes to the same to the cameras. So we introducing like a brand new hardwares. So we have a higher speed on the bandwidth of the sensors. So we introduced the latest generation of our algorithms. So we can make like everyday shot. Even the portrait mode have the balance the snapshot and the HDR effects at the same time. So like have your every shot daily have a better performance than before and make it less blur. So basically, this is our main purpose on this generation.
When we're talking about the camera, the snapshot photography has been highlighted. Can you tell us more about how we enhance the snapshot photography experience?
Yeah, so basically most of the mobile phones cannot like take the snapshot perfectly before. Especially you can tell that there's a lot of phones that have a separate snap mode because snapshot actually sacrifice something, mainly the image qualities. For example, you have lost some of the dynamic range, the clarity. At OnePlus 13, we introduced a new algorithm called a dual exposure algorithm. And with this technique, we can have a balanced snapshot and the image quality at the same time. Quite easy to use. You can just hold the shutter button and have a low latency shutter and take a lot of pictures at the perfect time and balance the picture quality as well. So we make sure that every shot on your phone, not only in one mode, but in every mode, have a better snapshot experience than before.
Speaking of photos, Arthur, OnePlus 13 series is being touted as one of the smartest choices of flagship on the market. So when it comes to photography, how are we integrating a smarter approach, and what role does Oxygen OS play in this scenario?
So on the 13 series, we want to use AI to enhance your creativity. So in terms of photography, we want to achieve an experience that when you capture your photos on camera, you don't have to think too much. You just need to use the snapshot and keep capturing. And once you capture it, when you go home, when you go back to your desk, you can always use your AI to elevate your photo, right? And in the 13 series, we have introduced a lot of AI features, including AI detail boost, AI and blur, also AI reflection eraser. I almost forgot. So these are the features that we have introduced that help you to elevate your creativity.
But going beyond creativity, what are we doing when it comes to productivity on Oxygen OS 15 and on the OnePlus 13 series?
Besides AI creativity, AI productivity is also one of the core tenets for the Oxygen OS 15 and also for the 13 series. So for example, AI notes, it's very powerful. It allows you to clean up, format, and even adjust the tone of your writing. And I use it all the time. So writing has never been more fun and easy.
Moving on from the productivity, let's talk about the practicality. We have talked about a lot of flat and curved screen. This time, OnePlus 13 has the curved screen. What is the thinking behind it?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of feedbacks on the screen designs. There are various preferences on the designs. For example, the curved screens, they have better maybe appearance and better hand feels. And the flat screen have a better prevention on the accidental touches. So on OnePlus 13, we're thinking about like why we don't put two advantages together. And so we came up with this new design. At OnePlus, we care a lot on the hand feels. So you can see with our quad curved design, you can have the screen and the back cover and the middle frame. They work as a perfect combination to provide the best hand feel on the market. And you can see let me show it. The little cottage on the middle frame, and they work smoothly, but still good looking. With the new design, you can see the whole touching part or the whole display part is pure flat. So you can prevent the accidental touches when you are gaming or doing daily uses. So this time on OnePlus 13, we have introduced this new design.
So, Joey, talking about an improved user experience with the curved and flat displays, we've made another significant advancement when it comes to water resistant. On the OnePlus 13, we have IP68 and 69 waterproofing. So, how does this help in everyday user scenarios, and how does this actually benefit the user experience?
Okay, so actually this kind of decisional idea is coming from the change of the user behavior we observed. Nowadays, we as users, we keep using our phones, right? We never allow our phones out of our hand, right? And some users describe their daily life like they even cannot resist to watch the short videos in the shower as well. So in that term, we're thinking about we need to make it better to ensure that our device can resist the daily exposure of water, even in the shower or some kind of scenarios. So we have do a lot of detailed things, such as we raise the capability of water resistance of the internal components and for the whole structure of design as well. You can see some teardown videos online maybe, and you can tell that the internal design is really beautiful but resistant as well. Yeah, the idea is really come from the phone addiction of the users nowadays.
Joey, beside the water resistant, what is the other pinpoint scenario that you guys want to adjust in these devices?
So yeah, we kind of have quite a lot of ideas coming from the users' scenarios. For example, we see like a lot of users are having heavy multitasking work on their mobile phones. For example, we have like mobile meetings anywhere and anytime. That kind of scenario, we utilize dual SIM card and dual network at the same time to make sure your meetings and the other maybe downloading, they won't competing for the network resources at the same time. We have a leverage of wider bandwidth with the dual SIM card. For other scenarios, such as the glove mode we introduced on OnePlus 13, you don't need to take off your take off your clothes or to receive your phone calls. And I think this kind of features are what we are excited about on the OnePlus 13.
So Joey just talked about addressing user pain points and based on their feedback, developing solutions. I hear that we've also made another significant advancement with OxygenOS 15, which is intelligent search. Can you tell us what we are doing with intelligent search and what exactly happens on these devices?
So first of all, the OnePlus 13 series is going to be the first product series to get intelligent search. So what is intelligent search, right? So intelligent search is an AI-based search tool to search different important information on your device, including documents, notes, and even settings. So for example, I can ask the phone, hey, I've been using the phone for a long time, my eyes getting too dry, what should I do with my phone? It will suggest you different kind of eye protection features in your settings. So that's quite easy and using your natural language to interact with your phone, and that's quite powerful.
It's like your personal assistant for everything that you need to find.
Yeah, so intelligent search allows you to use natural language to interact, so that's quite easy. Yeah.
Got it.
After intelligent search, let's talk about another advancement on the OnePlus 13, the portrait mode. How can we achieve such pro quality portrait?
So actually, OnePlus Hasselblad portrait mode has already widely accepted, and I think it's kind of lead the innovation of the mobile phone portrait styles. So this time on OnePlus 13, we introduced our new style engine to our Hasselblad portrait mode. We have the soft lag portrait style and the vintage film filter effects. And not just color shifts. We're making adjustments based on high precision raw domain brightness distribution informations to achieve native level stylization. This time, based on optimizing multiple skin tones, edge cutout, and dimensional flares, we have also introduced Pro XDR features to the portrait mode, bringing a realistic reproduction of light and shadow, as if the person were standing right in front of you.
Joy, many interesting things happen at night. So what are we doing with the camera on the OnePlus 13 to enhance and improve low light photography?
Yeah, so the night photography is quite important. We have overall hardware and software upgrades on this generation. On OnePlus 13, I have like two examples. First one is we have a larger sensor on the telephoto lens. We have a larger pixel size, so it can work perfectly on night compared with the previous generations and contains more lights into the sensor. The other example is we have, like you can see, the small sensors on this part. We have 13-channel spectral sensor and a laser focus sensor as well. So it can help us have better color performance at the night and have a better focus performance on the night as well. So overall, we have a lot of hardware and software solutions to make sure that we still have a great shot on the night.
Got it. That's amazing. So low light photos are going to be much better than before.
Yeah.
At OnePlus, we always big on the co-creations. Also, can you tell us how the user feedback impact on the OxygenOS for the 13 series?
Yeah, so throughout the whole process of the OS development on OxygenOS 15, we spoke with our community members and different users from all over the world for many times, including multiple OEFs, Open Ears Forum, different locations, and product testing. The feedback was quite loud and clear. People want to see the OnePlus DNA be shown again. So internally, what we call the product mission is to advance the core, meaning that like not only focusing on core to OnePlus, but also to advance it forward, right? So there are a couple of things that we want to focus on in this time. One is about, of course, providing the fast and smooth experience I just talked about early on, and also having design that can showcase the personality of OnePlus. And last but not least is the innovative technologies that we can always push forward. So in terms of community feedback, we brought many of the animations effects to show to our community members. And we want them to give us feedback on how to fine-tune different kind of animation transitions so that we can get to the right spots. In terms of design, right, the flux themes that people love so much about on OS 15, we also, at the early stage, we brought it to our community members to get them give us feedback to choose the right type of style. And AI, we have a lot of AI ideas in the early on, many different crazy ideas. And we brought it all to our community members. For example, in OEF, people told us that this idea is crazy, this idea we love, right? So that's why when you see on the 13 series, some of the features have been tested with many rounds with users. So those are quite humbling sometimes, but also as very valuable to our development.
Safe to say that We are always listening, and if there's any feedback, they can just tag you on the OnePlus community.
Yeah, tag me. I'm not the most responsive. Also tag Winky.
Sure. Again, she doesn't respond, but she's always reading.
Yeah, she always reads. Yes.
Great. Thanks, guys. This has been very insightful into the OnePlus 13 series and how we co-create, how we develop, how we innovate, and how we make changes that overall end up improving the user experience. So the OnePlus 13 is looking really, really good, and I hope that all your work that you've put into it is going to be appreciated by the community when they get their hands on the devices. Thank you for taking the time out, both of you. Thank you for coming again on OnePlus Talks. We hope to see you again soon, but before you go, maybe we can do a small activity. Maybe you can pick one of these devices and pair them with the cool accessories that we have to see that which is going to be your choice.
Maybe start from me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it's quite clear that I'm in love with the blue version. And if I would choose one accessory, it would be the wooden cases. So I think it's a perfect match to the design, as well as it's a callback to our philosophy and our history of using different natural materials.
I want to try this one. This one is interesting texture. Can I try it on this?
Yeah, sure.
Just use this.
Yeah.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, this looks really nice.
Very beautiful.
I love the wooden case that Joey has, but I think
I like
yours
the wooden
has-
case, but I like the light color.
Maybe you should try them all.
Yeah.
Oh, can I try the battery pack?
Sure.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Satisfying.
Super
snap.
thin our battery pack.
Looks great.